This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, LSU Tigers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. First down, looking for more now. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, I go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It is intercepted. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that play.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Dropping back. It's Burden. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Pass caught. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Bootleg looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there? Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very at least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
He'll hand it off. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown in mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today, we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Receiver in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Offense facing 2nd and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking to the end zone. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
On the ground, it's Perkins.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that previous play. Testing the right side here. He's got room to run. And here he goes. Across midfield. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. It's a run to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense going on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Caught by the receiver. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
1st down. We're going to throw the football. Caught in the flat by the running back. Largely lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looking to chuck it again. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. That one's picked off. What a play.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Big throw complete to the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Dropping back. It's Burden. He finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Handoff from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Third down, out of the shotgun. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And there's the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seemed to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts. Now, the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Here we go, third and short on the 7th play of this drive. Looking to throw. It's Burden. Looks to the left, and it's complete. In the clear at the 25. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes a handoff. Tackle at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Boy, this running back is fun to watch, isn't he, Chris? After that run, he's now over the century mark on the day. What an afternoon he's enjoying.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second and goal for the offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
Now it's second down here.
3
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Great cut. They whiff on him. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
1st down here for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They make the tackle, but the offense has a 1st down now at the 21. You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
LSU has moved into the red zone. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Makes a quick catch. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, LSU. A much-needed score for trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They're continuing to fight. They try to get themselves back into this game.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the return man steps out at the 28. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. And the running back takes the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Play fake, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Back to throw. It's Burden. He's running out of time here. And he finds his tight end for the catch. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. We'll see what he can do on the return. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking deep to the right side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Breaks free. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the third quarter. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Let's go! Let's go!
On the run, it's Perkins. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Let's go! Let's go!
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Dropping back, it's Burden. Running out of time in the pocket. Wide open downfield. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Important third down play coming up. Here's the handoff. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And he's out of bounds here on the return. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big throw by the quarterback off the RPO. He's found some room with the 45. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, this tight end is an absolute weapon with the ball in his hands. They get him the ball, and the whole crowd seemed to know what was about to happen. He took off and took it to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Punt team ready to boot it away.
Number 17 on to punt it away.
The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Handoff here from the shotgun. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
It's a toss play to the right. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Any team that likes to run the toss and can do it successfully means they can win the battle on the edges. When you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner, they got it done there for a very nice game.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. The 30, past the 20. All the way back for the pick six. Touchdown.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Hit as he released it. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup here.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He bought some time, now lets it go. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you can close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
And this pass is on target, caught. Breaks into the clear. They can't stop him. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. To the air, it's Burden. Looks to the left, pass caught. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Receiver does a nice job of sitting in the soft spot of the zone that time on the curl, and a good timing with the quarterback to get the ball in there before the coverage adjusted.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw, the catch is made. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
22 water. 22 water.
Keeping it on the ground here. Finding space at the 20. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Touchdown time. They jump on top now here in the field.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. The shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He knocks it through with confidence.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Caught behind the line. It's Perkins. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent? This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Cookie.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. Breaking free at the 35. Slides down to avoid the tackle. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's the 2nd down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's looking to scramble. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Makes a quick grab. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. LSU is now operating in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Who makes the grab? Poor set of balance, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for 6. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be second down now.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
No gain on first makes it second down and goal from the 7. They look to throw it here on second down. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
It's 2 straight incompletions now, and it's going to bring up a big third and goal. Remember, don't be afraid to expand that playbook. You don't have to always look to throw the ball, especially after a couple incompletions. Don't be afraid to run the football. Your back can get to the end zone.
Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18.
Here we go, here we go. Ready to go.
They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. The guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's in the clear. They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out. That should be enough to secure the upset. This team came in the lower-ranked team intent on proving a point, and they've gone out and done that.
What a great way for them to close it out. And really, they played well the entire game and a chance for them to build some momentum. And for the loser, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. An opportunity to possibly still make a run and get in position for the postseason.
Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched 2 really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you